In this episode, we're going to talk about what to do if your home is being treated for bed bugs and what you can do as the homeowner after the treatment is applied by the pest control company. Welcome everybody to Bedbug TV. I'm your host, Jeff White. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about what to do if your home is being treated for bedbugs and what you can do after the treatment in regards to, you want to make sure there's no bedbugs there, or you killed as many as possible. What can you do beyond what the pest control company did in your home? And so the first thing that I want to mention, and probably the most important thing, is this is really a question that's best suited for the pest control company that's applying or treating your home. It's really a question for them to answer. So everything that I'm going to say after this is just general recommendations that you can consider. But again, I am not recommending you do anything until you talk to the pest control company, because they may have done things that I'm unaware of or anybody's unaware of that you shouldn't be doing certain things in regards to the effectiveness of that treatment. So again, most important, and I'm going to say it again, call your pest control company and ask them what you can do. That's really the right person to answer this question. So in regards to just general things that you can do, you can always use vacuums when it comes to bed bugs. If you see bed bugs after a treatment or something's going on inside the house, a vacuum in any instance I can think of is not going to hurt anything. And so the only thing you need to be aware of, if you're going to vacuum up any areas or any bugs that you see, you want to make sure you dispose of either the vacuum bag or the HEPA filter in an outdoor trash can. The bugs will live inside those items, and so you need to get those items in terms of the bag or the HEPA filter outside. Obviously, you don't want to throw the HEPA filter out, but you need to make sure you clean it very, very carefully. And so, vacuum is really, the one thing you can do. Beyond that, I'm not going to make a ton of recommendations. You can, if there's monitors installed as part of the treatment, you could check those monitors to see what's going on. I don't know that I would recommend dumping the bugs out if there are any, because the pest control company may want that information. Now, I guess you could dump the bugs out and then record what monitor you found the bugs in and how many, but again, you could be messing with what the pest control company is trying to do. And so taking a look at the monitors is fine. In regards to what to do with the bugs, I would call the pest control company that's doing the service and ask them what to do. You could always check the encasements if they're using encasements in regards to whether they have holes or tears on them. But again, I'd caution against this, because if you take the mattress or box spring and you stand it up, standing it up and putting it down, standing it up and putting it down, over time, you could very well tear the encasements in doing that. And so, again, I would tell you to contact the pest control company, see what they say about that. They may not want you doing that over and over again. It is something you can consider doing, but they may not want that. In regards to pesticide application, so a lot of times homeowners will say, the pest control company did what they do, but I want to have a can of pesticide in my house, and I can treat things as I see them between services. Again, I would caution against that. I have no idea how that's going to interact and affect what the pest control company is doing. So I would not recommend doing that. Again, I would recommend contacting the pest control company. Now listen, if you buy a small can of whatever pesticide and you see a small spot of bed bugs somewhere and you spray that, I'd rather see you vacuum those bugs up rather than spray pesticide. But if you have the absolute need and feel like you need to apply pesticide, you want to make sure you follow whatever label recommendations are on that pesticide, and I would record what and where you did it and let the pest control company know. Again, I'd call them before you did it, but if you did it and then you realize you should have called them, just make sure you tell them what you did and where you did it. And again, don't let them tell you that if you applied a small amount of pesticide, let's say to the back of this headboard, that's going to void any guarantees that they had with their service. If they want to take that approach, that's fine, but I don't know that that's really affecting a small spot like this is not going to affect the big picture of what they're doing. And so, again, that's their call, though, because they're the ones that actually render the service. Just know that I don't know that I agree with that. Now, if you sprayed pesticide everywhere, then I don't have a problem with them voiding the guarantee, because that will change things. So, again, the take-home to this is call the pest control company that rendered the service, and vacuums are never a bad option. Beyond that, you need recommendations from the company doing the service. All right, everybody, Jeff.White at bedbugcentral.com. If you have any questions, and I hope to see everybody soon enough.